Hey, it's Korinn, 365 Days of Open Heart Living. Today is day number 115, Spiritual Journey. I had a topic that I was going to talk about, but I wrote it down a while ago, and now I kind of forgot what the story was behind it, what the feeling was. So today, as I'm sitting down to record my meditation, I'm like, what do I want to talk about? And the topic that came up to talk about was spiritual journey. Like, what is your spiritual journey? What is spiritual journey? So we are a spirit before we're a human being. We have this whole part of ourself that had existed before we came here in the physical world to live. That part of ourself we lose touch with as a human. There's this, when we come into physicality and we move into the density of being a human being, we lose that lightness of being in tune with our spiritual essence, because it becomes a greater focus for the physical dimension of our being. We don't lose our essence, we don't lose our spirit or our soul, but it's less prominent because we have this meat suit that we walk around in, this physical body that draws our attention and that we function through. And that is us. Your body is your spirit incarnate, where what you carry forward from your spiritual self in your spiritual journey that is continuous across dimensions and across living. What you carry in, it's incarnate and is expressed through your physical self. So your body can definitely be a reflection of your soul. Your spiritual journey is encapsulated for this period of time that is your life in your body, in the way that you express yourself, the way that you speak, that you walk, that you talk, that you move, that you work, that you play, that you create, that you enjoy, that you that you hold in your body. It's all a part of your spiritual journey. And a part of your spiritual journey too is discovering that essence that is in you, that you carry in this physical dimension. And because there's a divide, a separation that happens where we have less prominence, less awareness in that physical, that spiritual dimension of ourself, because of being bound in physical. It's a journey of growth, of discovery. But let me be clear, the two are not, it feels separate, but they're not. They are not. They are the same thing. Your spirit is a part of your body. Your body is connected to your spirit. So as you have your spiritual journey as a human, the things that you grow and experience and develop in are of a physical nature. Those 4 dimensions of your being, mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical, they all have a place in self-discovery and a place in being human and living your life. And they all have a place in your spiritual journey. You may be more advanced in one area than another. You may have weaknesses that show up in one particular area more than the others as well. But the whole mix of it balances out and helps you to live in alignment with growing in your spiritual journey. Discovering yourself, connecting with yourself, being aware of your emotions and how you feel, being aware when you're not processing your emotions or you're out of touch with them is most definitely a part of your spiritual journey, because in connecting to your emotional self, you experience a dimension that is of a spiritual nature, because it all is really of a spiritual nature. That is the steady stream. I'm seeing this like river flowing through the land, and as the water is carried, it's carried over parts that are narrow and shallow, and then parts that are deep and wide, parts that are just like a trickle, parts that are like a waterfall gushing over and rolling out. And all of the journey, all of that journey of your spirit through this life, which has different places, which has different effects, results on how your life is flowing, how your spirit is flowing through the world. Sometimes we do feel open and wide. Sometimes we do feel narrow and shallow. Sometimes life trickles through and just we barely get by. It's just you're trying to get to the other side and it's just hard to find and weave our way. Other times it's just a gushing pour of life moving forward and with such force that we can't stop it or control it. But it's beautiful. All of those parts of a river as they flow, they're beautiful. And the journey of the river is much like the journey of the soul, through the treacherous, through the gorgeous, through the cold nights and the warm days. It's beautiful. And in your soul's journey, as you have moved through much, you can connect to yourself, experience living, and take a deeper breath in knowing that your spiritual journey is yours. And no matter what you go through, what stretch of the river you're on, there is beauty to behold in it, and a humbleness to grasp. Because just like a river, we all are flowing to one place, out to the greater body of water, the greater being that we flow back into. So in your spiritual journey, as you were dropped off on this earth, became human, your spiritual journey did not start there, but it began this life that you're moving and flowing through like the river. And at the end of the river, you move back into God, into your place of being that bigger spirit. So to get perspective of what to take away from being in a spiritual journey, just know that your life is your spiritual journey, and be mindful of how do you want to come out of this life. This is just a snippet. You were before, you will be after. This is your precious time to grow and develop, to learn, for the things that are hard for you to get through, to be something that adds depth and experience and heart into who you are as a spirit. Your spiritual journey is meant to break you open so that you can feel and experience yourself and take in life and grow in those beautiful ways that connect you deeper to the heart and the spirit living in you that is of the divine. So I invite you to close your eyes. Feel your breath. Feel it as you breathe it in. Feel it as you breathe out. And today we're going to open up the flow of white light through your body so that that river of light that is you moving through the world has a more direct connection to the source that you have come from, and a more direct connection to the source that you are flowing to, so that in between the life you are living, you have more awareness, more open-heartedness, more goodness to be experienced and acknowledged. So center yourself on your breath. And now I want you to imagine above your head a beam of white light. It stretches all the way up to the sky and beyond, into the cosmos, into God. And that beam of white light is a source of life that moves through you like a stream. It is your life, connected to God, connected to the cosmos, connected to the earth, connected to you. And that beam of white light, you can see it shining all through the center of you, from the top of your head down through the center of your body, through your head, through your neck, through your chest, through your belly. And this cylinder beam shining through you moves through your pelvis to your base. And that white light, that cylinder of light that is your life, the source pouring into you His light, lighting your life. Feel that. That stream of energy pours into you and fills you in every part of your body and in every cell of your being. So much light that when you raise your hand, it pours from your palm and your fingertips. When you lift your foot, it pours through the bottom of the soles of your feet. When you open your mouth, it shines a light into the world. When you open your eyes, that light that shines forth from within you connects in awareness to the light of the nature of the world around you and the people that you see. And that light that fills you shines forth from your heart in a 360-degree circle, emitting your radiant energy of love, of God's love in you, pouring through you into the world as His masterpiece, as the masterpiece you create with God, in being a kind and loving human being on a spiritual journey to discover just how amazing you are, how amazing life is, and how truly humbling it is to be at the center of it all, as you are the center of your life. And as the stream of life moves through you and fills you, it moves through your base back to the earth. And that white light flows deep, deep down into the core of the earth, where it's connected like an anchor, holding you both above in your spiritual journey and below in your spiritual journey, holding you in heaven and in earth as you journey forward as your spiritual human self, letting your heart live. Open your eyes, open your life, open your heart. And in this, that is your divine spiritual journey, you must learn to live your heart.